So I've already talked about Neymar, I've already talked about all that you need to know about this transfer rumor, but now I'm gonna talk about the serious stuff. I'm gonna talk about my opinion and what I believe would be the best thing for Barcelona to do in this situation. So if you're excited for that, stay tuned. Habibi, 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 Habibi. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? Boys here, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. This is gonna be the second part to the Neymar saga thingy, you can call it. I don't know how you wanna name it, but that's what's gonna be for today. We're gonna give you my opinions on this rumor, and I'm just gonna go straight to it. No intro, no anything. I just want to get right to the point, and I'm just gonna start off by saying that Neymar is a player I really enjoy. He's a really skillful player, one of the best skillful players in the world, probably the best. I'm not saying better than Messi or better than Ronaldo. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that he's the most skillful. He has like the best skills, you know? Like if you're someone from my age, 18 or younger, certainly you're gonna enjoy that. You're gonna enjoy the fleeks, you're gonna enjoy the skill moves, you're gonna enjoy what he does. And I enjoy that very, very much. Like, he's my, for instance, right away, he's like my favorite player on like FIFA. I love doing skill moves. I love really doing that. I really enjoy to see attractive football. That's why one of the main reasons I fell with Barcelona, and I believe that we're more attractive with Neymar than what we are right now with basically Coutinho, Dembélé, etc. But as I gotten older, you know, now I'm 18. I'm not saying I'm old by any means. I'm 18. But the main thing is that now I am a little bit older and I feel a little bit more about the collective. I just like to think of Barcelona in the future, in a long term, not just match to match. And that's one of the main things that worries me about this, because if Neymar comes back to Barcelona, what sort of message are we sending to all the people that are right now in La Masia, all of the players right now in that dressing room? What are we saying to people like Dembélé and Malcolm, or even people like Coutinho? What in the freaking world are we saying? What message are we giving? Before we had Guardiola. With Guardiola, he was basically kicking out every single player that didn't follow his instructions. Ronaldinho wanted to be a little bit of a party boy. Well, he got out. Yaya Touré and his agent got kicked as well. Zlatan with Mino Raiola, they got kicked as well. Guardiola had a firm hand, and he knew what to do in what exact moment, and he wrote everything. That's the reason why we were such a good team, because we had someone who had the balls to do everything right for this team. And that's one of my main criticisms for Valverde. His strategies, his things may not be what we like, but that's just who he is. But the main criticism for me, which all of the other things I just mentioned, I accept, you know, but this I don't. I don't accept that Valverde is just like a puppet. He gets managed around. Like, we lose against Leganés. Oh, don't worry, nobody's gonna get dropped. We draw against Bilbao. Oh, don't worry, nobody's gonna get dropped. We do anything else. Oh, don't worry. Vidal, yeah, Vidal, good player. But he just like sends Instagram messages, stories, saying how angry he is every single time after a game. Oh, I don't matter. That's what happened outside the pitch. No. If Guardiola was here, he would like completely freaking hit every single one of those players. I swear, he has like a fucking whip probably in the dressing room like a Manchester City. If you haven't watched, for instance, that documentary of Manchester City, All or Nothing, I think it's the name of this. That's a really good documentary because it really looks into the insights and how Guardiola really manages. And that's very good. He touches onto the player and he really manages the player. And that's why I feel that right now we are not succeeding. And the thing is that our philosophy is so good, you know? Our philosophy is such a good philosophy, football philosophy from the like the root. It's so good that even when playing shit and having all of this, you know, playing with Valverde being a fucking puppet, then like wanting to bring Neymar back, having people like Dembélé, like Malcolm not playing, and then just running people like Denis Suarez. My God, what's the last time Denis Suarez played? My God. And people like Rafinha who go on loan and then come back on loan. Munir, one day is like a striker, the other Paco Alcácer, he goes to Dortmund and then comes back. Oh, we don't know what we're gonna do with these other players. Even with all of that, we are still managing to win and compete on every single competition. We still get La Liga, we still get La Copa del Rey, we still win a lot of stuff. And I can't believe that even following this philosophy and doing all of this shit wrong, we're still winning. That's just how good we can be. But imagine what we would do if we actually did things right. Just imagine that. My main motto in this channel, the thing I always try to put out in every single video, is that about Barcelona is not about being like the rest. It's about being the best. That's what makes you the best of the clubs, better than other like Manchester United or Real Madrid, all of that. That's why I believe Barcelona are here up top, because when I started watching Barcelona, they always wanted to be the best. Everybody wanted to be like Barcelona. Every single team wanted to be like Barcelona. And I still feel that. I still feel a lot of teams want to be like Barcelona. Many people keep it to their heart. Many people are scared of Barcelona just because we have a unique style of play. And all of that, we follow things correctly. And bringing Neymar, although it would be amazing, he will be very entertaining to watch, he will be very skillful, he will do all of that things right. I just feel that tactically and just basically on the side of what we're showing of the entity of this club is not correct. We will be getting like sort of like played around with Neymar. And even though he came back, he redeemed himself, he said that he's really sorry and all of that, I accept that. I'm a human being, I can make mistakes, and I accept that from Neymar. I accept your apologies, Neymar. I accept if you believe that you did wrong at Barcelona. But as the club, you know, as representing this batch here, they shouldn't take Neymar back. And that's what I'm saying. But I just don't really believe that that will happen, you know? I feel that if the possibility is out there for them to sign Neymar, I feel the club right now could do it. Technically, financially, we can do it. Technically, financially, we can buy Neymar. From the budget that we're going to have, we always have every single year around from 60 to 80 million. That's always our budget for every single season. And we just like surplus all the things that we've done in the last transfer window. And the last transfer window, we only spent around 2 million euros. And even some reports here and there say that we've made profit. So if we take around all those 80 million, plus the 80 million of this transfer window, plus the other 80 million we're going to get later on, we're definitely going to be able to pay the 220 million the PSG ask. So financially, we could buy Neymar. And that's what scares me, because the possibility is there. I feel that Barcelona could go buy Neymar, and I wouldn't be surprised. But I just be so mad and angry, because what are we teaching? What are we showing? Who are we, you know? Who are we? What's so important about this badge? Why are we changing our badge, for God's sake? Why are we changing our badge? This badge is amazing. Don't change it. But it's that thing, you know? It's integrity. It's what it means to be Barcelona. And I just feel that re-signing Neymar is not the right thing. Like I said, once again, we shouldn't do it. We shouldn't sign Neymar. We really shouldn't re-sign Neymar. Although I would love to see him back at Barcelona. I love Neymar. I really love the player. What he, like, on the football pitch, you know? Like, I love the skills. I love the stuff. I love to watch Neymar. I see him every single time versus Peru. Like, he has battered Peru so many times in the knockout stages for, like, the qualifiers for the World Cup. I've seen that many, many times. But every single time, I enjoy it. I really like Neymar, but up here, in my head, it's not the right decision. It's not the right decision, and we shouldn't buy Neymar, because what we're showing as a club is not the best. We're fucking getting rid of, you know, like Masia and the youngsters. If we sign Neymar, what the fuck are we gonna do with Dembele and Malcolm? What's your plan? Bartomeu, tell me, what's your plan? What are we gonna do with Dembele and Malcolm? You just spent 42 million on Malcolm and another like 120 on Dembele. Just waited 150 million, basically more than half of what Neymar would have cost to bring him back, on two players that they are really world class, but you're never gonna reach their potential because they just don't play. You see, it's planning like this that makes it everything worse. So that's why I made the video the other day talking about Thierry Henry, because I feel that he could be a very good player and prospect for the future, someone that we can grab as a manager, and he can help us, you know, reach something in the future. That's why I feel he will be good, better than Valverde certainly, and that's why I believe he will be a good manager. But that's another thing. If you want to see that video, you can watch it up right here. But for now, I just gotta say, we shouldn't sign Neymar. Even though I would like to have Neymar at Barcelona, it isn't the right thing to do.